Electric line problems lead to ride shutdowns at Kings Island 3 of the last 5 days, including this afternoon. Good evening, I'm Paula Toti.
And I'm Brad Johansson. Some Kings Island customers got a lot more, or maybe a lot less than they expected when electrical problems led to ride shutdowns, while some people were actually on board.
But after the latest shutdown this afternoon, Local 12's Jeff Hurst tells us the cause of the problem has been discovered and now fixed.
First of all, let's establish one thing. You must be this tall to watch this story. So what happens if the drop tower doesn't drop and the Banshee doesn't scream?
My son and I went up after I got off work, and we were getting ready to get on the Banshee, and we were literally getting ready to sit down, and the power went out.
Kurt Kaufman was at Kings Island last evening. Kaufman, who happens to be a Local 12 employee, took video with his phone of the rides which were not riding due to the electrical problem. Did you see anybody on the rides that were stuck or either having to get escorted down?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there were people stuck on the Banshee. They were stuck on the hill going up the first incline, and there were also people stuck about 3/4 of the way up on the drop tower.
There was a similar electrical-related ride shutdown on Friday. A Kings Island spokesperson says the shutdowns were brief and the passengers stranded on the drop zone were lowered to the ground. The spokesperson says the rides were shut down as a precaution due to an electrical problem which originated outside the park. Duke Energy says it was a temporary power fluctuation and crews were out today trying to find the source.
We never want anyone to be on a ride and have a situation that occurred, in these past few days. We apologize for that. Certainly want to work closely with the park to make sure that we find a solution to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Macy says crews were at the power line site this afternoon when another fluctuation occurred, leading to another ride shutdown. Shorter than the others, this one about 10 minutes. You can see photos of stopped rides taken by a park customer who did not want her name used. Power workers then determined the problem with an electrical pole was to blame, did a temporary fix with a long-term solution on the way. Now, here's the problem according to Duke Energy, and let me demonstrate. Imagine my arms here are power poles with wires stretched between them. They're taut. Now, if one of the poles is hit, which apparently happened during road construction, and the pole starts to lean, the power lines start to sag. Now, in that case, there's an automatic shutoff to prevent the lines from touching other lines nearby, which could cause a much bigger problem and a more widespread outage. So, never thought a lanyard could be so useful.
That was a very good demonstration. And so it was more than one ride, and it went, but they're sure now. They're done.
They believe this is it. They have a short-term fix.
Yep, they know what it was.
They have a long-term fix, which is in the offing, and they'll get to it.
Never thought about outages and how that affects things out there, but yeah.
Nobody got hurt.
No, that's what we're going to tell people,
exactly.
that there are no injuries. That was the good thing. None of the days, everything's fine. And again, back to normal right now. That is the good news. And thank you, Jeff.
All right.